In this video, I'm going to teach you how to factorise quadratics in just 3 minutes. Factorising is one of the most common GCSE topics, and once you know the pattern, you can solve these questions incredibly quickly. Remember this rule. We're looking for two numbers that multiply to give the end numbers and add to give the middle number. Once you've found those numbers, the brackets practically reveal themselves.
So for example 1, we need to factorise x squared plus 7x plus 12. The end number we have here is just a 12, so we need to find two numbers that multiply to give us the 12, and then the middle number we have is 7, so we need two numbers that add to give us 7. Now those two numbers are 3 and 4. Next, to get our final answer, we set up the final two brackets. So we put two brackets with x at the beginning, and you simply insert your 3 and 4 into those two brackets, and that is your final answer.
Now for a harder one. Example 2. X squared minus 5x minus 14.
So the method is exactly the same as the last example. We just need to remember that the minuses in this case are attached to the numbers that come after it. So we need two numbers that multiply to give minus 14 and add to give minus 5. Those two numbers are minus 7 and plus 2. We then set up our final brackets, and then we simply substitute in the minus 7 and the plus 2, and that gives us our final answer. So for example 3, we have 2x squared plus 7x plus 3. The difference here is we have a number before x squared, which also means the method is slightly different. So we start off by working out what our m is. In this case, we need to multiply the 2 and 3 together, which gives us a 6. And then for our a, we just take our 7 as normal in the middle, so our a is equal to 7. We now need to find two numbers that multiply to give 6 and add to give 7, and those two numbers are 6 and 1. What we do now is we rewrite 2x squared plus 7x plus 3, but we split the 7x out into your 6 and 1. So if you split it out, you'll see the blue text. We've now split out 7x to become x and 6x. But apart from that, the expression is exactly the same. We then put a bracket around both halves of the expression, and we factorise each of those halves individually. So if we factorise 2x squared plus x, we're going to factorise x out, which means in brackets you've got 2x plus 1. And then if we look at 6x plus 3, we're going to factorise 3 out, and that leaves 2x plus 1 in brackets. At this point, one of the checks you have to look at is, are both the brackets that you have in your expression exactly the same? In this case, we have 2x plus 1 in both brackets. So in our final answer, one of our brackets is going to be the 2x plus 1, and the other bracket is going to be everything else which is not in brackets. And in this case, it's x plus 3, which goes into the other bracket. And that is our final answer. So as you can see, this is slightly more complicated. There's more steps involved. So just make sure you understand the method and you do as much practice as possible.
Remember the key rule. Find two numbers that multiply for the end numbers and add for the middle. For practice questions and work solutions, visit firstfactor.net and subscribe for more GCSE Maths in 3 minutes.